And the answer to that is she's trying to find the actual culprit of what happened back then. Perhaps she was trying to find the true culprit. Miss Hall, were you trying to prove Mr. Master's innocence? You wanted to reveal the true culprit and have the police find the body from 18 years ago. Was that not your true goal? By displaying those sculptures, you detracted those involved in the past incident. Only 2 people would know where the body was hidden, you and the true culprit. The culprit would have panicked knowing that the body would be displayed publicly. Yes, and if the culprit really showed up, there's the risk they erased their tracks. In worst case scenario, they might have even stolen the body. So, how could she protect the evidence while simultaneously luring in the culprit? I see. That's why she made the Autumn Palace look like the Winter Palace. Yes, and then, Miss Hall, you must have thought. Whoever opens the Pisces case believing it to be the Gemini case must be the true culprit of the IS-7 incident.
What? But that means that person is the true culprit? Please wait a moment. Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you realize what you're saying? Do you intend to accuse that person of being the culprit behind the IS-7 incident?
Miss Hall was trying to trap the true culprit. If so, wouldn't the person who fell for the trap be the true culprit? However, I have no evidence to back up my claims. If I make a formal accusation without any proof, it will not end well. Should I announce the true killer of Isaac Dover? Yes! If anything, we can at least talk to him. What I should do is reveal the truth. In that case, there is no need to hesitate. Yes, that's correct. Judge Courtney. I indict this person as the true culprit behind the IS-7 incident. Dane Gustavia.
Dane Gustavia, who fell victim to the poison gas, is the true culprit of the IS-7 incident.
Gusty is! Mr. Gustavia. I think the volume's actually a little bit lower than it should be. Give me a second. Miss Hall, didn't you believe that if you opened this gallery, the true culprit would come? That's why you set up the poison gas trap, is it not?
You truly have a gifted mind, just like your father. It is as you say, Monsieur Edgeworth.
Now, would you please tell us the whole truth?
Yes, I have nothing more to hide. I will tell you everything. I set a trap in the gallery to find the true culprit. Before the gallery opened, I left only the Autumn Palace unlocked. At opening time, when I went around to unlock each room, I discovered that the Autumn Palace had been locked from the inside. I knew that the true culprit was on the other side of the door. My hand was trembling.
All that was left was for the trap to do its work.
When I heard Monsieur Gustavia was exposed to the poison gas, I realized he was the culprit. And I thought that if the police discovered Monsieur Dover's body, it would prove Monsieur Master's innocence.
Why didn't you ever come talk to me? There might have been another way.
I know that you did everything you could for me over the past 18 years. However, all of this had been brought on by my own crime. That's why I wanted to save Monsieur Master as soon as possible.
8.
Not only that, the police hid the fact that the body went missing 18 years ago. Even if I reported the body, there was a chance that the truth would be hidden again. That's why I caused the incident of the museum's opening, with as many witnesses as possible.
Sorry. Gregory, Mr. Master, and even you. I couldn't protect anyone. Oh, Miles. Shields! Mr. Shields. And must be tough on him as well.
The one who should be apologizing is me. Monsieur Edgeworth, Monsieur Shields, I'm terribly sorry. I shall accept whatever punishment I am given. However, I must ask of you, please, clear Monsieur Master's name.
The truth that was hidden for 18 years was revealed in an unexpected manner. However, to think that things would end this way. Well, that's gonna be tough. Like, even if we prove Gustavia is the culprit, how do we get around the statute of limitations? Also, not saving that. Larry, you are not fitting the situation right now. Miss Hall, have you composed yourself?
Yes.
What you did, no matter the reason, was unforgivable.
Yes, I know.
However, you've committed this crime in order to prove Mr. Master's innocence. If the true culprit is someone else, we have a duty to reinvestigate. Do we?
No false evidence from the IS-7 incident remains in the official case files. Moreover, there is no evidence to lend credits to Miss Hall's testimony. We should first arrest Miss Hall as the culprit behind today's incident.
Hold the phone! We cannot be certain that all the case files are accurate. After all, the prosecutor in the case has a history of forging evidence.
Are you suggesting that the PIC overlooks such a prosecutor?
Yes! That's none of my concern. The truth is that evidence was falsified. And the fact that Dover's body from 18 years ago was just discovered proves it. Take that!
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I can see remnants of Prosecutor Von Karma within you.
What did you say?
You tried to deceive the PIC and fabricate the truth.
Excuse me?
Let me inform you of the PIC's logic.
Oh my god. Really? Really, Courtney? Ugh.
I acknowledge that Prosecutor Von Karma fabricated the information about the body. However, he successfully convicted Mr. Master as an accomplice. I believe that the true culprit was Miss Curator herself. She even attempted to murder Miss Gustavia today in order to pin the blame on him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that really what the PIC believes? Ooh, God.
Yes, every word I utter is for the sake of law and order.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It seems she intends to hide the truth for the sake of the PIC. At this rate, neither Mr. Master or Miss Hall will be saved. If I can do something about it. Anyway. Let's press on everything. If you acknowledge that, why won't you reopen the case?
The goddess of law does not err in her judgments. While Prosecutor Von Karma may have used underhanded tactics,
if you ask me, it's all been bogus ever since Von Karma fabricated evidence. And you claim that justice was served. What is the PIC thinking?
I can already declare my verdict.
My verdict? There is no need for further investigation. Bullshit. Let's hear your explanation on the matter then. Alright, press here. I heard that the biggest factor in Mr. Master's conviction was his confession. If Prosecutor Von Karma had a hand in his confession, the ruling may not be just.
The initial investigation was handled by Detective Replacer. He was the one who obtained the confession, according to the official reports. All I can say is that the ruling has already been handed down.
Did you miss the part that we found out that the confession was forced?
Jeez, why does Miss Courtney have to be so stubborn?
Good question.
Is the PIC so high and mighty?
They sure seem like the arch enemy of prosecutors, to say the least.
Huh. So they're kinda like what the police are to the great thieves.
Says the great thief who nonchalantly works alongside the police. Okay. Are you saying that both Miss Hall and Mr. Master murdered Isaac Dover?
Mr. Master committed the murder while Miss Curator moved the body. That's what I believe. What? How can you say that? We would never kill Monsieur Dover. Did you not steal the body and preserve it for 18 years? It is only natural to suspect you of being an accomplice.
She has already confessed to her crimes, and now is the time to judge her on her past crimes. Now is not the time.
In that case, let's judge Miss Hall on her current crime.
We're passing here because we do need to press this to continue, but I think that's the last statement anyway. I cannot allow this case to end here. There is still something that needs to be cleared up. Looks like I'll have to show Judge Courtney something to convince her. Alright, now we press the last statement. If she wanted to pin the crime on somebody, why choose Mr. Gustavia?
Perhaps Mr. Gustavia suspected Miss Hall was the criminal, as he attempted to confirm whether or not the Gemini sculpture was genuine. He was caught in a trap meant to silence him forever.
Can you prove that theory?
Mr. Gustavia is currently teetering on the brink of death. There's probably no way to prove it unless he regains consciousness. In other words, there is nothing we can do for now.
That can't be true. There must be something we can do.
You still don't get it, do you? Allow me to give you a clearer explanation. We already have ample evidence for both the IS-7 incident and today's poison gas incident.
Do we? By ample evidence, you mean?
For the IS-7 incident, we have a body, the murder weapon, and a pair of suspects. For the poison gas incident, we have the 2 chemicals and Miss Hall's confession. Furthermore, I have finished collecting all the evidence necessary.
Necessary?
For your own PIC hearing, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
What?
How can you say something like that so casually?
Miles, you know you're always welcome to join the Edgeworth law offices. Judge Courtney, I'd like to ask that you refrain from making such needless remarks.
I understand. Well, regardless. There is no need to investigate any further.
You want to bet? Let's present. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Where's the liquid analysis that we had? No! Alright. There's still one piece of evidence from the IS-7 incident that remains unsettled. Take a look at this.
This is
the forensic results from the Gemini sculpture that melted in the Winter Palace. According to the results of the analysis, traces of someone's blood were found. Who does this blood belong to? Until we know the answer, this case is still open.
There was blood mixed in with the remains of the Gemini sculpture. I heard nothing of this from Sebastian.
This was a report from Detective Gumshoe. I had planned to tell Mr. DeBest myself.
Huh. So even though you had no investigative authority, you still did as you please. I shall report everything that had transpired today to the PIC.
Please do. You keep threatening it. We don't seem to care. I will not avert my eyes from the truth, nor shall I overlook the mistakes of the past. If you wish to report my actions to the PIC, be my guest. But in exchange, I want you to let me investigate this case to the very end.
It is not my place to decide such things.
Sure it isn't.
I must ask that you check with Sebastian regarding this matter.
Hey, good news, you guys! Oh, he's okay. Thanks to our early detection, Mr. Gustavia's life was saved. Mr. Gustavia.
So he's alive.
Jesus Christ, look at all those battle scars. Who would you be the ones who saved my life? Hey, Mr. Gustavia. You are Sir Assistant, are you not? You've grown so big. This time, this one is your assistant then. No, I'm...